What's up, guys? Welcome to GoGo Motoring YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I love the 2018 Volkswagen Tiguan SEL R-Line. The first thing I love about this car is the fact that it's a Volkswagen. Volkswagen is, in my opinion, just a cool car company. If you look at their history, which has been long, Volkswagen has really created some really cool vehicles. Since its inception. Obviously, the Volkswagen Beetle is one of the most popular cars in the world of all time. Sold over 20 million units of those. They also created the Samba bus, the Golf GTI. Just if you look at Volkswagen's history, they've always had some really cool vehicles that have in many ways sort of defined the segment. Whenever they're being produced, and you kind of get the sense that Volkswagen, the people that own Volkswagens are people that are not pretentious, right? They're not trying to show off. They're trying to buy a cool vehicle that sort of has some personality to it, that has some history behind it, the brand, but at the same time, like, they're not trying to be pretentious and try to show off and try to show through purchase an expensive car that that they're somehow better than other people. So it's really a unique company in that regard, and I think that it's literally, if I had to pick one word to characterize Volkswagen as a company, as a whole, it would just be that they make some really cool and interesting cars without being pretentious. And the cars they make aren't necessarily performance vehicles. Like, that's not what their focus is. They're not trying to get the fastest 0 to 60 time. They're not trying to create the most bare bones sports car. They're just trying to create useful vehicles that can be used each and every day, just like this Tiguan is, just like the Golf GTI is, just like the Volkswagen Beetle was, but that are not necessarily going to be putting up sports car performance numbers, because frankly you probably don't need that when you're driving on the street, right? You just need a reliable car to get you from point A to point B. So the first thing I love about this car is that it's again, it's a Volkswagen, and as a Volkswagen, it kind of makes it unique. It's not, if you look at all the SUVs that people are buying now, I mean, there's not really a budget SUV anymore. I mean, even like your Kias and Hyundais are selling for $40,000+. But this car, I mean, if you kind of traditionally, if you were going to classify Volkswagen, you probably wouldn't put it in the same category as Audi, Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Acura. You would kind of put it in that lower rung of cars like your Toyotas, Hondas, Mazdas, Hyundais, etc. This one's kind of a unique car because it's a German car. It's got kind of the look and the feel of a German car, but it's it doesn't cost as much as your typical German car does. So, number one thing, I just like the fact this is a Volkswagen. It's a cool car. The second thing I love about this car is all the technology that you get in this car. This is a 2018 model, and this particular car, pretty much has as many features as our 2018 Mercedes GLE 350 does. There's a backup camera. There's Apple Play and Android Auto that you can tap into here. You can actually touch the screen on this one. It's a touch screen. That's not the case in our 2018 Mercedes GLE. You've got the backup camera. I mean, it's pretty much got every feature that you find in a luxury SUV, like the technological feature, like the Mercedes GLE that I'm going to be doing a review on, that we recently purchased. So, second thing I love about it is the car comes loaded with technology, and if that's something that you're into, you're going to be very happy with this car. You don't need to look any further, in my opinion, than the Volkswagen Tiguan, to get all the latest gadgets. The third thing I love about this car is the value that you get, right? I mean, it's 2021, car prices are through the roof. We all know that, but you can get into one of these cars into $20,000 range, $30,000 range, low $30,000 range. And that's an incredible value for an SUV. I mean, like I said before, SUV prices are really high. And to be able to get into a Volkswagen Tiguan that's been barely used, that has the warranty, that has all these features, for less than $30,000, makes it an amazing value, especially when you also take into account what I just talked about, all the technological features that come with it. The car drives well, it's good sized. It's literally a perfect daily driver in this day and age, the 2020s. So love the value of this car. So I love the fact it's a Volkswagen and everything that brand communicates. First thing. Second thing, I love the technology that comes equipped in this car. Third thing, I love the value that this car creates. Fourth thing that I love about this car is the car size. Okay, this car is pretty spacious for what it is. It's bigger than any of its competitors, like at least the ones that are being sold in North America. So this is the long wheelbase version. I think all the Volkswagen Tiguans that are being sold in the US are long wheelbase versions. And this particular car has a third row seat. Now, that third row seat is very small. You can't really get in there. If you're an adult, you can't sit there, but still, it does create a larger trunk space as a result of that. So, if you're looking for for an SUV of this size, sort of like not your mid-size SUV, but an SUV that's a little bit on the smaller side, the fact that this car is bigger than the competition, like your Mazda CX-5, your Toyota RAV, your Honda CR-V, etc., that's actually really nice to have, because people are going to buy this car. This is going to be their daily driver. They're probably going to be going to have young kids, so you need the extra space, but you don't necessarily have to go to the next level. You don't have to go buy the Volkswagen Atlas and pay a lot more money. To get into that car. You could probably make do with this car if you have little kids. And I don't think you need to go up to the Atlas until you need bigger people which need to fit in the back. So love the size of this car for what it is. And then the fifth thing I love about this car is just the way the car looks. I mean, this car just looks really nice. Like it's brawny. It doesn't have sort of that minivan aerodynamic look. It's got kind of more of that boxy off-roader SUV look, especially with this R-Line packaging. Like the front end, it has much larger intakes, and it just looks really good. But the size of the car is just right. He looks a lot better than the first generation Tiguan. The first generation Tiguan just looked like a Golf with raised suspension. And when they came back and designed the second generation Tiguan, you can tell they were really focusing on creating a car and kind of designing it to look good as an SUV. And I think that as everybody's starting to purchase SUVs as their daily drivers, as most manufacturers are starting to discontinue making family sedans, because this kind of is the 21st century version of a family sedan. The looks of this car, I mean, it pretty much is the kind of looks like a Golf GTI in SUV form. So looks-wise, it's probably one of my favorite features of the car. It's just a gorgeous looking car, especially with this R-Line trim. And those are the 5 things I love about it. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share the video, leave a comment below, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks, guys.